Media Nav is a connected multimedia system. Use it to enjoy multimedia content, to activate the driving and parking aids, or to access the navigation system with its real-time traffic information. You can also use it to pair your phone via Bluetooth, so that you make and receive calls safely, directly from the screen or the steering wheel control, and listen to your music too. You can also use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay mobile replication via Wi-Fi. Your multimedia system is equipped with a voice recognition feature, so you can control some multimedia and phone functions without taking your eyes off the road. Use this button on the steering wheel to access voice recognition. Just state the menu you want after you hear the beep. Remember that the system works best when words are stated clearly, and there are no other sounds or voices in the background. Press this home icon to access Media Nav's 6 main topics: radio, media, phone, vehicle settings, navigation, and smartphone integration. Here is the settings menu. This button is a shortcut to the vehicle settings. Lastly, there is a phone bracket in the glove compartment which can be positioned near the USB port, behind the multimedia screen. Remove the cover. Then clip the bracket as shown. You can use your smartphone in the vertical or horizontal position. The navigation system assists you in your everyday journeys. Select navigation from the main menu. A map appears, showing your GPS position. The destination menu lets you enter a destination in several ways. You can enter an address. You can also select an address from various places of interest by pressing here. You can browse your history and select a previous destination, or pick a destination on the map. Using the Favorites menu, you can save frequent destinations, such as your home address, workplace, or any other address of your choice. The Route tab shows you your road map. You can then modify your route, add one or more stages to your journey, or choose avoidances to take real-time traffic conditions into account. When you have entered your destination, the system gives you a route summary for your confirmation. Press the OK button. Once the route has been worked out, the system time displays a navigation summary. Now press OK to activate the guide. Remember, if you don't touch the screen, the guide starts automatically in 10 seconds. When the guide starts, the map shows real-time information about your route. On the right, for example, the display shows the remaining travel distance as well as the next maneuver. Press this button on the left to change the map display. Zoom in front or behind to see a close-up. Or zoom out for an overview. You can also use your fingers to change the scale of the map. Click here to activate or deactivate the guide's audio notifications. The radio and media menus give you access to the radio and your favorite sounds. The radio is accessible from the main menu by pressing radio. There are 3 modes to choose from: Main, List and Presets. Use main mode to search for radio stations automatically or manually by scanning the chosen frequency range. Just press this forward back button for the next station. List mode is very useful if you know the name of the station you want. A list of station names appears in alphabetical order. Just select by stopping on the station you want or tapping on it. Use presets mode to save the stations you want so you can access them more easily. While a station is playing, go to the presets menu and press and hold one of the buttons. Use the option menu to configure your radio options. You can now activate or deactivate the traffic service or track a frequency regardless of your geographical position. You can also use the media menu to play your own music from an auxiliary source via the USB port or, for example, Bluetooth. Now you just have to select an input source connected to the system in order to access your audio files directly. You can also use this button to change the media source. The multimedia system is also your smartphone extension when you are inside the vehicle. This means you can make calls and access your content directly from the multimedia screen. First, you need to pair your phone with the multimedia system. Make sure Bluetooth is active on your smartphone and set the status to visible. Next, press Settings on the main menu. Then select Device Manager from the Devices tab. And press here to add a device. When your phone is detected, select it from the list shown. You may be asked for a confirmation code. Your phone is now paired with the multimedia system. Bear in mind that your phone may ask you for authorization to share your contacts, calls log, media, etc. You need to allow sharing in order to access this information on the multimedia system. To make a call, open the phone menu and select one of your contacts in the Phone Book tab. The call starts automatically. You can also access your call log. To dial a number, select Dial. Enter the number and press Call to start the call. When a call is in progress, you can listen on speakerphone or on the car speaker. Lastly, you can use this button on the steering wheel to connect or end a call. To ignore a call, press and hold. Press and hold this button to activate your vehicle's voice recognition system. A beep and this screen indicate that voice recognition is active. You can then state your request. To speak again, tap the voice recognition button. To switch the feature off, press and hold. You can find more help on how and when to use the voice recognition system in Settings, Devices, then Tutorial. Then select Smartphone Tutorial. The vehicle menu can be accessed from this shortcut button or select Vehicle Settings on your multimedia screen. You can then activate or deactivate your driving aids and configure the access options for your vehicle. On the Park Assist tab, you can activate or deactivate the rear view camera and set the obstacle detection criteria for park assist. Use the settings menu to configure your vehicle's audio settings and the brightness of the multimedia screen. On the Devices tab, you can manage the devices connected to your vehicle, set the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi options, and watch tutorials on smartphone replication and the voice recognition system. Lastly, you can access the multimedia system settings from the System tab.